was the tension like in there when everyone found out that this was going to be a game?
You know, you could sense, I don't want to use the word panic. I mean, maybe overstating it, but there was an anxiety on behalf of the USA squad when they realized that this was not going to be a blowout and this was going to be a game that they're going to have to fight tooth and nail to squeak out the W. They started doing some things uncharacteristically in terms of what we've seen so far through the first couple of games. You know, and really the defense, Chris, is where you have to start. In the first two games against China and Venezuela, suffocating is the word you would use for their defense, and it just didn't click tonight. Coach K started a different lineup. Not sure if that had anything to do with the team being out of sync. So I spoke to Tom Thibodeau just moments ago, and he handles the defense for Mike Krzyzewski with Team USA, and he said two things happened. One, they had bad floor balance on transition D, leading to some very easy buckets for Australia. But he also said even the half-court sets, they didn't do a good job of switching their screens, and that caught them as well, gave Australia a lot of open shots. And you go look at the stats, Australia shot better than 50% from the floor, and that's why they were able to keep this game as close as they did for so long.
Bottom line is, though, they won the game. They still won by 10, lowest margin of victory in 4 years, but they still have that streak going, that 10-year streak that's now at 71 games. Now, they trailed for a lot of this game, so what in your mind was the turning point of this game?
Oh, it was definitely Carmelo in the fourth quarter. He had a string there where he had 4 threes in a row. Kyrie Irving also had a couple buckets in that fourth quarter. I mean, Carmelo was the guy from the very beginning. He had 14 points in the first quarter, and he finished with more than 30 tonight. He was the guy that they needed a bucket the most, he was able to provide it. Now, I will say this. Matthew Dellavedova, you know, Australia, they got a lot of guys on that team that are NBA players, so there was no intimidation factor. And we have to give some credit to Australia. Tom Thibodeau said it, Paul George said it just moments ago as well. These guys have been playing well. They looked very impressive in their first two games prior to playing Team USA tonight. So sometimes you do have to give credit to the other team. But they were trying to spin it, the Team USA was, Chris, just moments ago, saying that, you know, we needed a challenge like this to remind ourselves that we have to play top-notch if we want to beat the teams that we want to face on their way to the gold medal. So, yeah, as you said, they did get the win. It wasn't the way they wanted it to be. It wasn't the way a lot of people expected it, but they got the win and they move on.